Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, and today we are going to do an Ultimate Masters draft. Ultimate Masters was released today on MTGO. Now I am not a very good drafter, so we're just going to play. We're going to do a rare draft because we're going to get some value today, and we're just going to see how today goes. So I'm going to start off by rare drafting this Through the Breach and see if it even is relevant here. Once again, I am not doing this necessarily for the draft purposes. We're doing it, one, just to have fun, two, to see a lot of the Ultimate Masters cards since it comes out tomorrow, and three, we're just gonna rare draft. We're gonna see what value we can get out of these packs, and hopefully we can retain enough value to play through a draft again. So Containment Priest. Odd combination if we have Through the Breach and then we decide to take a Containment Priest here. Not recommended in the same exact deck. I have no clue what is in this set. I just know, not true. I know the majority of the rares and the majority of the mythics, but you know, nothing else as far as commons and uncommons. Like I said, we're just doing this to have fun. We're doing this just kind of relax. It's been a stressful week and enjoy some Ultimate Masters. Alright, we're going to take Containment Priest here. It's a $2 card. Conflagrate. Is there a viable dredge strategy for Magic Online Ultimate Masters draft? Is there a dredge deck somewhere running about? Conflagrate's actually not a bad card for limited either. There's not really, from what I remember, any mess removal effects. Like I said, we are also rare drafting, so Conflagrate's only a couple cents though. So is there something we can actually use to start making a deck is the question. When it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each creature that player controls. I have no idea what we're doing. This is probably not going to be good. Guess we're taking Conflagrate. Martyr seems okay. Counter Squall doesn't feel like it's very good. Fire and Ice seems alright. But how alright? I don't draft all that much. So a flash 4/4 flyer, is that any good? We have some red cards. Discard a card. Create an elemental. It dies at the beginning of the next end step. Fire and Ice. Alright, I have no idea what we're doing. Discard a card, you can regenerate this guy. Is he any good? Is this any good? Is that any good? Is that any good? When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, and your creature gets flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile an instant or sorcery. And card from your from your graveyard. Oh shoot. Alright, I'm going to try and be a little faster here because that didn't work. We did get Soulfire, which might actually be okay in our deck. Whenever a creature dies, that creature's controller gains a card. Draws a card. In this battlefield, destroy target creature with flying. Return an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. I think Fire and Ice is a decent pick. I don't know actually how good it is in this meta game. We're going to take Fire and Ice. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand. You gain life equal to its converted mana cost. Put all other cards revealed this way into your graveyard. Target player shuffles 4 cards from their graveyard into their library. So I wonder if there's like this blue-red discard outlet, shuffle back into your library kind of combination. We're going to take Reviving Vapors just because I have no clue what we're doing here. Exile target creature, return it to the battlefield under its controller's next end step. I'm just trying to find stuff we can actually use to kind of make a deck. So Hexproof Prowess. We have an Evoke. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks. I'm going to take this Turn in the Mist. I guess we're going to be like some Jeskai control list, possibly. Flying, discard a card, return it to your hand. So this doesn't seem terrible. Return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. So there's a lot of like discard outlets. I'm gonna take this flyer. I don't know. Necromancy seems open. This card ain't good. Sacrifice it, return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. I should have taken the other one. We have some mana fixing and Terramorphic. Black oddly seems open to me. I'm going to take this and see if it pays off. We're going to take Think Twice. Up to 2 creatures can't block. Counter Squall. I guess we take a Counter Squall here. Discard a card, regenerate this guy. I guess if we need discard outlets, that seems alright. Here's another discard outlet. Here's another discard outlet. We got some patchwork gnomes with the creepiest art I have ever seen on a Magic card. What is that? One's wizard's trash is another wizard's roving gang of abominations. Okay, well that's one of the best cards we could have gotten for this draft, not for value. However, Kitchen Finks is probably not a good card. Or not a value card. I don't know. So Ultimate Masters Kitchen Finks is $5 online. Oof. So we can take this and attempt to win. I mean, this might just die. we're going to take the Kitchen Finks because I want the value. How much is Talrand? Alright, we're taking the Kitchen Finks. I'm sorry, anyone that doesn't like my rare drafting. I'm just having some fun, getting some good cards, some modern staples. So this has Spell Mastery and destroy target tapped creature. You may cast this card as an additional cost. This actually isn't bad, and we are heavy blue. And it's a 3/4 flyer for 3. There's also Ulamog's Crusher. The card seems pretty good too. Target player draws a card. Target player discards a card. That's also pretty decent. I think I just take the Drake still. Discard a land. Deal 2 damage to any target. We can just play a Seismic Assault and 40 lands. Alright, Seismic Assault doesn't really do anything. Gain 1 life for each card in your graveyard. It's really hard to tell where we're going right now, if we're leaning towards white or if we're leaning towards black. There's some dredgers here. Helix seems good. Maybe I just take a Crusher. We need a finisher. Maybe we just go Flyers. I know it's a 2/1 flyer, which isn't great. I think we're taking a dollar rare here. Whenever a creature with power 1 or less is put into the graveyard, you may return it to the battlefield at the beginning of the next upkeep. We got some Persisters here also, so I'm going to take that. Eternal Witness. I can just picture the Salt right now. You guys are like, what is this guy even trying to draft? And the answer is, he has no idea. So he is just having a good time. He is drafting all the value. And he has no idea what he is doing whatsoever. And he hopes he just has a deck at the end of the night that he can actually play. But he probably won't. I don't know. Eternal Witness, I guess. There's no way Desolate Lighthouse is worth a lot. Maybe it is. Whenever a creature is put into the graveyard, you may pay 2. If you do, return that card to your hand. Now white seems open. Whenever it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and it has hexproof. Alright, this card seems okay. We might be able to do something with it. There's a Lava Spike, a Matry. Sorry. At the beginning of your upkeep, return all cards named Mer Surveyor to the battlefield. Huh. That's interesting. Can this be useful? We have discard outlets. Creatures you control have trample. Maybe we'll take Brawn. See what happens. What is our plan here? Sort by color. We are all over the place. So we got a totem armor that gives +1/+1. It has flash. We take a Buried Alive here. I don't know if I actually wanted a Buried Alive, but Lab Maniac seems funny and good. We're taking Lab Maniac. We have a new plan. We're just going to play all the stupid things. We're going to take a foil. I don't know what to take here. Maybe some green card. Return an aura from your graveyard to the battlefield attached. I guess we take a Drake. We can draw some more cards. Let's want to invoke a 4/4. And we'll take some cards. Tap 2 target creatures and return a card. Guys, I have no idea what is going on. Alright, last pack. Let's get some value. Where's that value? We want that value. We will take that back to basics. And that will be useless here. But we will see. We have an angel, a trampling worm. So if we're on this kind of like blue-white flyer deck, splashing either green or red, does anyone see any value here? Whenever it dies, create a 6/6 worm. Flying double strike, but I think this flyer might just be better. We're gonna temporarily hold on that. Foil just seems good. Discard an island or another. I mean, it's gonna be good in Pauper, not. It's not good in Draft. 2 for 1 of yourself is not always great. Alright, we're going to take the angel here. We'll take... Do we want this Entomb? That's not any good. We have a Trample Persister of 5/2. I kind of want to just take Entomb to see if we can get the combo. Is there any value in flagstones? I mean, we're in white, but it just feels so bad. There's no value here. Creatures you control have haste, I guess we'll take. Put a card on the bottom of your library if I have 2 or more white permanents. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if you control a blue or red permanent, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So this is a 3/1 monk. That seems alright for what we're trying to do. That might also be a good card. Aether's Snipe might be a good card. Didn't I draw something that blinks? Turn to the mist? I don't know. We're going to take the more aggressive card. We could play green. We could draw 3 cards. That could be a possibility. We can take a Crusher. I still don't know if we're having a splash color. I know we're primarily blue-white. But we could splash green. Like, we have this Kitchen Finks and this Brawn that doesn't seem bad. Disrupting Shoal. We also have the Totem Armor here. When a creature enters the battlefield from the graveyard, put it into the graveyard from the battlefield. So we're not really in black here. Disrupting Shoal. Yeah, I guess we take Renewal here. Spoils to the vault. I don't think there's any value here. Spoils is worth like 5 cents. We don't have any like high mana cost. We don't have any high mana cost cards for like these living lores. I just don't see any value in it. So we are playing blue-white, so we can play Vapors now. That seems okay. So we can tap a permanent draw card still with our ices, because we have 2 already. Tap 2 creatures, draw a card. Maybe it's just repel. We'll take this hexproof guy. Maybe discard a card, create 2/1/1. That actually doesn't seem bad. We'll take Drake. I don't think I want another one of these guys. I already have 2. I guess we'll take a Mystic. Kind of where we're at is we gotta determine if red's better or if green's better. Target opponent can't block. Oop. I guess they made the decision for us. And that's all we can take. Alright, I have no idea as far as value what we got. I know Through the Breach is a pretty decent card. We obviously have Back to Basics, which is probably an expensive card on Magic Online. I'm not familiar with Magic Online prices, so that is why I am unsure how much value we actually pulled. So I don't think our value cards that we pulled are actually going to help us here. We didn't, grab a bunch of Ulamog's Crushers or anything for it Through the Breach, but so we didn't find anything for this Entomb. So I want to sort by rarity. There we go. So our rares, we have a Entomb, a Through the Breach, a Back to Basics, a Ruined Halo, and a Containment Priest. So I'm actually going to play the Ruined Halo and a Containment Priest because I think they can potentially be okay. So converted mana cost. So Ruined Halo, Containment Priest. Actually, I should sort by color. We're definitely not playing black. Now the question is, out of these cards, what do we have that's good? Let's just go through and cut our bad cards. So that's a good card. That's an okay card. That's all right. That's all right. That could be good on its own. Tap 2 creatures. Tap 2 creatures. 3/3 flyer. And whenever a creature is put into the battlefield, you may pay 2 and return it to your hand. We have some draw with Think Twice, Lab Maniac. Skywing seems medium, but it's a flyer, so I'm hesitant to cut it. We also have Stitchers. So we have a lot of flying threats. I don't think foil is good enough to play here. I think that's all right. Lab Maniac is an okay card. I think I just want to play it just for that one time we get milled. Kitchen Finks I'm going to play. I just think our green's a lot better. Like, we have Eternal Witness, Brawn. I don't really think we play that from your graveyard to your hand. I don't really think Groundskeeper is that great. And we also have 2 Reviving Vapors. Like, we could splash red for something, but I don't think I want to play all red. Like, I could see playing Anger. Target creature deals equal to its power to anything. Like, that seems good to me. This doesn't. So now we're down to 4 colors and something to cut. So Ruined Halo, probably not great. We have to cut, especially if we're playing 4 colors here, which I think will be crazy if we are, but I think it'd be fun. We definitely have to cut 6 more cards and run at least 17 lands. So reveal 3 cards. I get to choose one, put it in my hand, put the other in the graveyard. So this actually doesn't seem great. It's instant speed, but I could be wrong against that. So you're gaining life. So, like, I don't know. I see potential. But it's just like, if I'm running this, then maybe I can cut some Think Twices. I don't know. So these are good. If I control a red or blue permanent, I can discard a card and draw a card. I mean, Containment Priest is just a 2/2 body. Alright, this is kind of creature based. That's burn based. I don't know if we want that. We'll keep this over here for now. Where'd it go? There it is. So our big hitters are these Stitcher Drakes, which we have to have something in the graveyard to exile. So we definitely want to be creature heavy, not... So this pairs with spells. I don't know if we want all these cards. Like, we have a lot of draw spells. Just creatures get haste. And creatures have trample. So Skywind can discard a card and discard these, which is good. Maybe we don't bring in Lab Maniac. Maybe that's a little too spicy. So we have Drake as well. So our removal is kind of interesting. So these are all cards that are okay by themselves. These are kind of utility cards. We have a lot of draw in this deck. Those are our flyers. This gets paired. Is it from anywhere, or is it from whenever a creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield? Okay. So I think we want to cut something. We need to start cutting something here. What's our highest converted mana cost? 4. I don't think these vapors are very good. I think I'd rather just have like the low to the ground kind of versatile things. So we need to cut 3 more cards. We don't have anything huge. But the fact that this is just a removal burn spell is a thing in the ice divided any number of 2 targets. 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. So this can target anything. We definitely want to run these, so I'm definitely not against this small red splash. I guess if we're cutting 3, and it just feels like green has a lot of utility in it. This is definitely unconventional. I do not recommend this whatsoever. But I think we're going to have fun. Maybe Containment Priest is just too spicy. However, if we have reanimation abilities in this league, maybe Containment Priest is just playable. Is Urban too spicy? I don't know. Like at minimum, it's a draw 3 cards. But like I said before, we have all these other ways of drawing cards and kind of churning through our deck. Maybe we don't play the Mystic Revival. I think we have, like, these are kind of our disruption spells. Maybe we don't play Signet. I think I'd rather have Mystic over Signet, because I think our disruption spells are going to be more important to us than these are our disruption spells. Deals damage to any target. So 2 more cards. We're definitely heavy blue-white. We have the green for a few versatile things. I'm more interested in Brawn than I am Anger. So maybe I cut an Anger. Return target aura card. And I don't think we have any here. I think a 4-mana 2/2 is just too medium. And now we have 23 cards. Question is, do I want 23 cards? So let's just kind of sort this out. Think Twice, Containment Priest, Wanderer. I mean, I think the cards we have are decent. Let me cancel this for a minute. Sort by color. Maybe I do just want to cut a color here. Is Signet good enough here to cut the red and play another white? Do we have enough white to play Ruined Halo now? Probably not. Return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. So the nice thing about this is we can just return a land to our hand. But it's not always great. Converted mana cost. We're heavy 3-drops. We have some 4-drops and a 5-drop. We have a lot of draw spells. I want to play... What do I want to play? We definitely have an island heavy deck. The double green for Eternal Witness is making me hesitate. So if we cut the green splash, we can play red cards. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is probably frustrating to watch. Because Sphinx can be played through the white source. We can play the Ruined Halo then, which I know isn't good. That gives us room, I think, to play Lab Maniac. If we wanted. Spark Spitter. That's the discarded card. Make a 3/1. I mean, we can play Conflagrate. This. And Anger. How's that look? And then we're just a Jeskai deck. The Eternal Witness was definitely flavorful. So the options are, which 3 cards do we want? Do we want to be 3 color? Do we want to try and be 4 color? With just a splash. Let's go bigger. Let's play the green. So I want 1 less island, 1 more mountain, 1 less plains. I think that's alright. Let's get spicy. Let's play. I'm sorry it took forever to build a deck. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG. We are playing a spicy 4-color Ultimate Masters deck today in Ultimate Masters Draft. We're going to keep this hand. This hand is atrocious, but we're going to try and win with it. And our opponent leads with a Noble Hierarch, which we can do nothing about at the moment. So we're going to lead an island. We're going to pass the turn. We're going to play a mountain next turn probably and leave up both sides of this fight with fire. Noble Hierarch attacking in for 1 damage. Noble Hierarch is the best 0/1 in the world. Alright, let's go ahead and play out this mountain. Hopefully our opponent plays something we can kill next turn. If anything, it can be this Noble Hierarch. Our opponent plays a Brown Scale. So our opponent is probably going to attack in. I am probably not interested in killing the Noble. We'll pass. We'll get pinged for 1. We'll play this Skywing Aven next turn. We're drawing all these white cards. We do not have any white mana. Next turn we can play both sides of Fight with Fire, and we're able to block with the Aven. So I can block this Brown Scale and kill Noble Hierarch. Or I can just go Noble Hierarch into assist. So he's swinging for 3. I'm not going to do anything. There's a Plains. So now my options are to play out this Crier or keep up Fire and Ice. I think I just want to keep up Fire and Ice. I'll hold back. On my upkeep, I think I want to tap this guy and deal 2. Oh my goodness, I forgot they changed the rules. That's no fun. Cast some fire. We'll do 1 to each of those. Alright, here we go. We got something, maybe. Whenever a creature dies, that controller can gain a life. Now, what am I talking about? Read the card, Jordan. Whenever a creature dies, that controller may draw a card. Alright, sleight of hand from our opponent. Black bordered sleight of hand from our opponent. And next turn, I think I'm just going to run out this Crier. Unless I draw an Angel. Or a white mana for this Angel. Power and toughness equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So I drew the white mana. So I'm going to definitely play this Angel. I'm going to return a Plains to my hand because I want to be able to keep up Fire and Ice. Well, the ice side of it. I'm going to swing in for 2. And we will pass the turn. Alright, whenever it enters battlefield, our opponent draws a card, and it can't be targeted. So that is going to be rough for us. I definitely should have kept up a mountain and an island to have access to either of those. So I am going to block here. So this doesn't have reach or anything, right? No. It is a 3/3, but we will pass the turn. Eternal Witness. Well, you have no green mana. We'll play this Plains our opponent knows about. We'll move the combat. I'm going to swing in. So our opponent's under 5 power a turn, being attacked in. So I'm going to keep up Fire and Ice this turn. Be smart about my play. And we'll pass. We're going to keep this island in hand most likely. So our opponent skips their draw step. Our opponent milled a Umbra, which is a flash totem armor, and a forest. Not sure how good that is for them. Alright, they're going to get the Umbra back. Did I already click cast fire? Okay. Alright, I'm going to cast fire on this. Just because he's a flying totem armor. Our opponent swings in for 3. We're not going to block. And then every time we discard a card to this, we get 2. So our opponent looks to be Sultai. So I'm going to play another Aven Wing. I'm going to attack for 5. And then next turn I'm going to create 2 Citizens tokens with Crier. Evoke. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. So he's going to return our angel to our hand. And that's fine. Because what we can actually do, we don't have any Fire and Ices left in our deck. This is actually kind of an interesting attack. So we're going to discard this island. So we're just going to block with a Citizen's token. I didn't want to get blown out by a boost spell or a pump spell. Alright, we're going to play this angel now. Our opponent knows about it. We're going to return this mountain to our hand. And then we're going to play the Plains. Okay, our opponent concedes. So we drew Eternal Witness. We didn't have a forest. We're playing a 4-colored deck with no mana fixing. I'm just curious. I think we want to add a forest and take out a Plains. Possibly. possibly not. I was surprised we didn't find any of our, like, any of our draw spells. We had Fire and Ice, but we were only able to cast one side of it. So our opponent looks to be a graveyard deck. We don't really have anything in particular we want to bring in here, I don't think. We're going to play this. We're going to play an extra forest this time. It's always a risk when you're playing 4-color decks, especially in Limited, to find the right amount of mana that you want to be playing with. But this hand looks okay. We're also on the draw, and our opponent mulliganed down the 6. So our opponent plays a card past the turn. Crier is actually really good here. I'm going to lead with an island, but Crier's turn 3 Crier, discarding like something like Brawn, is good for us. If we draw like if we draw a forest, Brawn is just good enough to play. Vision Beyond. So they just drew a card. Play a mana. Pass the turn. Our opponent plays Think Twice. Alright, it looks like our opponent's struggling on mana a little bit. Hopefully we can take advantage of that. So I'm going to lead with Crier here. Actually, do I want to start attacking next turn? Probably. Maybe I just play Skywing here. Start swinging for 2. Next turn, I can play Scryer. Alright, so our opponent has a forest. They're going to play a 4/4 Trampling Ape. I'm going to say okay. Play this island. Move the combat. I think I just want to overrun the board with 1/1s. It's not great because of this trampler, but I think it'll be decent. Because next turn, if we draw a land, we can have up Crier and play Aven, or Crier and play Repel. And the best part about this current mana is we don't have to draw any particular land. I think as long as we draw one more land, we're good. Alright, so they have a Kadoma's Reach. So they can get 2 basic land cards, put one into the battlefield tapped and the other in your hand. Very good commander card, very good here for mana fixing. So I grabbed a swamp and a forest. And now I'm going to pass the turn. They're going to swing in for 4 here, but I don't think there's much we can do here about that. Alright, we drew a forest. So that was good for us. The question is now, what do we want to do? So we can discard that Brawn. I think I just want to keep the pressure on and then use my utility spells to delay the game. I'm going to swing here with Skywing. And then this turn I'm probably going to discard Brawn. And then everything we have has Trample. Alright, they're going to play another Kadoma's Reach, which is fine with me. Hopefully they don't have like an 8/8 Ulamog's Crusher. I think that'd be a little rough, but we do have like things to tap him down. So I'm not as concerned about that. So they play a forest, play an island. Now the follow-up is a Maelstrom Pulse. So I'm going to discard a card. And I think I'm going to lead with discarding this Brawn. I don't know if our opponent just didn't see that or they were just hoping I had like a yield on. Alright, our opponent swings for 4. I'm just going to let that happen. The question is, what do I want to discard? I guess discard this Fire and Ice. I don't know. We'll discard this Fire and Ice. We'll make 2 citizen tokens. And that may be enough for our opponent not to take or attack with Mandrills next turn. Our opponent must just be splashing the swamp, because I feel like with the Kodoma's reach, they would have grabbed 2 swamps if they have anything like a Liliana, or I don't think Damnation's in this set. So now, what do I want to do? I kind of just want to hold back this Aven. Not on the battlefield, this Aven in hand. I think I want to play Repel next turn. And I think I just want to start hitting with tokens. And drawing extra cards. Alright, our opponent cast a... Alright, so that's actually good. Our opponent cast that prior to attacking, because now we can just repel the darkness and then discard cards, and we can start getting in some major damage. Discard a card, gets 1/1, and becomes the color of your choice until end of turn. Alright, that seems fine. What do I discard here? Probably discard... Drawing 3 cards just seems so powerful, though. Alright, we're going to discard this Containment Priest. I think I just want to tap his things down again next turn. Alright, so I think our plan next turn, this turn we can swing in for 5. I'm assuming he blocks 1, so we hit him for 4 down the 9. And then we want to put additional power on the board. Alright, we're going to start with attacking. I think we're just the aggressor in this matchup. So we hit him down to 9. I think I want to play this Aven. And then we have turn to the Mist. And I can discard this Urban Evolution. I mean, we can just take it, but then our opponent, I think, dies on the swing back. So our opponent has 3 cards in hand, threatening to make that a 5/5. This is exactly 12. If our opponent wants to discard their entire hand to this, that's fine. Because we have Turn to the Mist. Okay. So does our opponent... Alright. So we're going to turn to the Mist. This guy. And then we don't have lethal in the swing back, unfortunately. But we do have this Repel the Darkness, and we have a land. So I can swing in here for 4, 5. Yeah, I think I just want to do that. So I think we're okay. Our opponent used all the cards that he had in his hand to planned on winning that turn, and I just kind of crushed his hopes and dreams, which is fine. It's what we're here to do. Alright, pass the turn. Question is, what does our opponent do? And they concede. Hello and welcome back. We are on game number 2. While we were away, I did want to say that I went back into the deck and added a 4th forest and took out 1 plains, similar to how we sideboarded after game 1. I just felt like that ratio was a little bit better. So hopefully that doesn't ruin us the rest of the games. We'll see. But alright, our opponent has an aggressive start. So he can make this a 3-3. I kind of just want to slow him down and draw a card. Alright, that was actually decent, I think. Alright, so he did have a follow-up here. I think I want to start with Aven. And then next turn, like this turn, if I block, if he doesn't have anything for hero, I can block with Drake. I'm sorry, I can block with Aven and then next turn play Drake. Alright, so this gets +1. We're going to block this. We're going to hope it dies. So our opponent must have a follow-up. Godok Teague. Interesting. So we can still cast Fire and Ice. I was worried about that for a second. It's like, how does Fire and Ice work? Alright, so we're going to play this Brawl, actually. I think Brawl is just maybe a better one to have on the battlefield. We might trade with a Basking Root, but we'll see. Okay, so he's going to exile Brawl with Fiend Hunter. I guess it's a good thing we kind of waited on the Stitchers. Alright, so our opponent attacks in. We have another mana. We are not drawing our white sources here. Alright, we're going to tap down a Basking Root. Alright, there's a red source to do nothing. Actually, now it does. Alright, so we're going to get back Fire and Ice. Now we actually have a little bit of a loop, because what we can do at the end of this turn is cast Fire and Ice targeting Gudok Teeg, and then we can Mystic Retrieval. So we're gonna cast Fire. Ooh, cancel that. Can they only activate this? No. If it was one of those cards that is like only on sorcery speed, I thought that'd be kind of good. So we're gonna deal 2 damage to Gudok Teeg. We're gonna not play anything from our hand. Alright, we're gonna get back Fire and Ice with Mystic Retrieval. Now I kind of want to just swing. Put some pressure on our opponent. Alright, it gets +1/+1, and whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, draw a card. It's also a Totem Armor. So we're definitely going to ice that. Which we also get the draw card, so I'm not even upset about that. Alright, there's our white source. Sure. That's fine. We take 3. So we have a Stitchers, but no way to play it unless we... So we can champion discarding this Containment Priest. Drawing a card. What? If you control a... Oh, it deals combat damage. Okay. That changes our plan then. So we're going to Mystic Retrieval on a Fire and Ice. Alright, then we're going to move the combat and we're going to swing in. This becomes a 4/4. Am I upset if those trade? I guess it's not ideal. I'll ice it. I get the draw card off ice. Alright, and now we can actually blink. This is an interesting... Alright, sure. Interesting game. Alright, so that has Persist. So now we have a blocker. We can bring it back. We can get Fire and Ice. We actually have a pretty decent, like, almost combo engine here in our hand. We like, it sucks we have this Drake in hand, but I think we're doing fine. So our opponent is going to swing in here. Swings in with everything. Okay. This makes a little more sense to me. So we're going to block here because that's going to die. And we'll block here and take 2. Sure, that's fine. This is a no. This is a okay and a yes. We're gonna get back Fire and Ice. So we actually have an interesting combo here. Because I'm going to turn to the Mist his Fiend Hunter. And then I'm going to Containment Priest it. That way he can't, when it enters the battlefield again, it dies. So I'm going to play that Containment Priest before I forget. I'm going to swing in with everything. Not everything. I'm going to swing in with what matters. Ooh, turn off yield. Oh, I passed the turn. So I could have played that Drake here because I forgot we killed the champion last turn. So our opponent concedes. We try to go to our sideboard. So our deck actually worked really well that game. I don't know how it's going to do. Put target aura from a graveyard onto the battlefield. So this card is actually better than I thought it was. Because I can take an aura card from our opponent's graveyard. And I think they had a couple. Signet is good. I don't know if I want it though. I haven't seen a Think Twice at all in any of my games, so I'm gonna take one out. Maybe that card's too busted. Maybe MTGO Shuffler's just bad, but we'll see. I have a hand of uncastable cards, but I have the mana. What do I do here? I'm on the draw. I want the mana. I'm going to keep it. We're taking a risk doing this, but I want to see if it pays off. So far, unsure. Alright, that's not good for us. That card is good for us. That card's actually really good for us because we can block. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, let me just turn to make a 6/6. Alright, turn to the Mist is very good for us here. Alright, so I guess I'm going to swing in for 3. Is Umbra only 2? No, it's 3. Oh, because auras have a discount because of him. So end of turn, I'm going to Mystic him. Alright, that worked in our favor. Hopefully it pays off. It doesn't. I got a Heliod. Alright, we have a Crier, which means we can start making blockers. So my choices are try to start making blockers or cycle and get back this turn Mist and block. Enters battlefield, put an aura card from the graveyard to the... Oh, search your library. So what did he reveal? Snake Umbra. Gets +1/+1. Gets +1/+1 when it targets. Makes a 4/4. I think I just want this Mystic Retrieval again. And we'll pass the turn. So I do have a blocker. And then if I draw a land next turn, I can go turn to the Mist and play Drake. Interesting. Okay. I see what our opponent's doing here. Hey, we drew that Think Twice. So next turn I take a lot. That's gone. Hopefully our opponent just has a land in his hand. So he swings in for 5. I can't block anything. I could Think Twice and exile something. I guess I'm going to do that. I should Think Twice now in case I draw a land. Alright, there's a green source. Still have nothing playable, but we have a Think Twice in our grave we can play, or we have this Turn to the Mist. So we'll see how he attacks. That's silly on his end. So I'm going to exile Fiend. Fiend's going to be useless. I'm going to get back my guy. I'm going to move the blocks. I'm going to block here. I want to get that totem armor off the guy. So he's going to exile his own card. Okay. So now we have all the plays. Except Eternal Witness. So we're going to play out this Drake. And then we're going to play out the Angel. Alright, so we're not in a terrible spot. We may have stabilized, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so our opponent definitely wants that. I think I'm fine with that because I still have this Mystic Retrieval, which I can get back Turn in the Mist or Think Twice. Alright, there's a Spider Umbra. Oh. Interesting. When it leaves the battlefield, return up to 2 target creatures with power 2 or less. Well, that's no fun. What do I even do here? So Crier can help clog up the ground. And then I just, Think Twice to draw a card? Is that any good? I'm at 6. He has this Umbra. I want to block and block. The blocks would trigger this. 4, 5, 6. I feel like I don't want to do anything. Like, I can't do anything is what I meant. I guess I get back this Turn to the Mist and play Crier next turn and hope I don't die within that period of time. If our opponent doesn't attack, we can also just Think Twice. Alright, we're just gonna double block here. Ooh. I thought I like bypassed. Oh, that's a totem armor. So So we lose one of our guys. His guy doesn't go away. Yeah, I guess I can double block. And then I'll just think twice. I know it's not great, but... Alright, this Spider Umbra's gone. Heroic. Return target card with converted mana cost. Target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. Okay. I'm going to cast this Think Twice. So now we have Eternal Witness in Crier. Actually, what I can do here... So I'm going to play Eternal Witness. Get back our Drake. Pass the turn. We're actually 1 mana short from winning 100%, but... Alright, I'm assuming our opponent just swings with everything. Alright, so I'm going to block here. With power 2 or less. Block there. Alright, we're gonna turn to the Mist, our Eternal Witness. At the end of turn, we'll get Eternal Witness back. We're down to 1. Now these are not ideal plays, but I'm trying. So our opponent has to exile one of his guys. We're gonna Eternal Witness back. Alright, we're gonna try, guys. Alright, is that what we needed to survive? One, two, three, four. Probably not. I don't think this does it, but we'll try. Nope, this doesn't do it. Ugh, I actually thought of that backwards. That's actually the only card we could have played that doesn't stabilize us. No, we would have just been dead. He has 5 cards. 5 creatures. We... Alright, we don't have enough to cast that, so I think we're dead here. Alright, we'll go to game 3. Now we know he's on more of a heroic deck with aggressive starts. We didn't have any Fire and Ices that game or repels. Which kind of sucked, but... I don't think there's anything we want onto the sideboard. I can see bringing in a Conflagrate, but I think Conflagrate might just be too slow. I think we just want to be able to find our Fire and Ices. Well, we found Fire and Ice, but not many lands. We're going to mulligan this. This isn't very good either. So if our opponent mulligans, I'm going to try and go down one more. We might just lose to the... Alright, we're going to mulligan. This is the worst possible hand we can have. We're going to put that on bottom. We have a land to start. One of our worst colors. We have nothing. Nothing good. Pass the turn. If we draw a blue source, we might be okay, but... Yep, nothing. I think our opponent's just going to be way too far ahead for us. Alright, and they got flying, and we drew another forest, which is our worst color. That's alright. I mean, these things happen. There's really nothing we can do about them. Our opponent also seems to be struggling on mana, but they have all the mana of their one color deck. Alright, and do we have something we can do? What do you grab? Hyena Umbra. So they get first strike as well. Maybe it's just better to ice them. I don't know. I think we're too far behind. Yeah, we don't have fire. I guess we ice here. Hopefully we draw land. But good. All right, we drew a land. All right, so we get hit for 6. No, we get hit for 5. And then we play out one guy, and yeah, I think we're dead, guys. I don't think there's any way out of this. Our hand was just way too slow. I mean, I'll play it through, but he's going to attack with everything next turn. There's going to be nothing we can do. Alright, we'll concede. Good games. Hello everyone and welcome back to match number 3. We are currently 1-1 in an Ultimate Masters draft. I rare drafted, so we didn't always pick the best cards, but we definitely got some decent cards, and hopefully we can win this last match and get a couple more Ultimate Masters booster packs. I'm going to keep this hand. It has a fire, which is actually decent against the majority of this limited format. And we also have a crier, which if we don't find anything else, but we find a third land, we are definitely able to play the cards in our hand. So with that said, I did keep the hand after losing to hardly any mana and us being on a 4-color deck. We definitely want to be keeping as many cards in our hand as we can. Everything's just a utility in this game. So we're going to play, I think, a mountain first. Because if he plays anything relevant, we're probably just going to want to kill it with fire. And if he doesn't, then we'll just next turn play crier. Probably discard this Brawn and go from there. So I don't want him mana ramping into his higher end things. So I'm probably going to fire this. It probably seems a little premature, but I think it's better to stay ahead. Plus we're curving out some, and we're not going to find many more opportunities to cast those cards, because I'm just going to play a Crier here and pass the turn. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have any removal spell in hand, and we'll just be able to take go wide with this Crier and hopefully get there. My first card I discard is probably going to be this Brawn, if our opponent doesn't kill this Crier. Unless I draw Forest. I have to draw Forest right here. Otherwise, Crier's probably just discarding. Alright, so our opponent let us untap. Interesting. I think I just want to go wide with this Crier. You know, each turn playing out more and more cards. There's not really a good board wipe card, so... Alright, our opponent's going to think twice. Well, they're going to think once and then think twice. What the heck? I guess I didn't look closely enough at that art on Think Twice before. I just... The yin and yang thing's definitely decent, but her eyes are just very interesting. Alright, so our opponent plays a Drake. That's fine. Yield the next end step. We're going to discard Brawn. Kitchen Finks. I think I just passed the turn. Or do I start swinging for one every turn? Yeah, I think I start swinging for one, because one becomes two, two becomes three. Our opponent doesn't do anything about it, which is good for us. Our opponent's going to be swinging for three here. Or not. Alright, I'm going to cast this. I'm going to discard this Signet. Yeah, I don't see us playing Signet right now. Alright, now we have a Forest. Now all our 1/1s have Trample, so I don't think that's going to be very relevant. I kind of want to play out this Kitchen Finks. I can't do both, though. What I could do is turn to the Mist. I don't know. I don't think it's late enough. Alright, so we'll swing three here. I think our opponent's just very far behind. So I can make two attackers next turn, or I can... Maybe I do just play this Finks. Making tokens good, but there's nothing in my hand I want to really discard at the moment. So we'll play this Finks and pass the turn. Alright, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Which permanent would you like to return to my hand? Alright, that's probably a decent one to return. Slows me down for at least a turn. Alright, they're swinging in. Eternal Witness. So now we're running into these sections where my mana becomes awkward. Let's start with an attack. We're still the aggressor here, I think. I feel like they're going to block this. Yeah. So Finks comes back. We gain 2 life. Now I just want to play out a champion, I think. Because what I can do now is block with the Finks and blink the Finks. And then we have a 3-2 Kitchen Finks again. Nope, they didn't attack with everything. So we'll see if they play anything here. Alright, so we'll see what they target. Interesting. So I guess the question I'm asking myself, we tap them down, we swing for 7. We hit him down to 4. I think I want to blink this Kitchen Finks. I think if we draw Eternal Witness, I think that'll be good for us. I mean, draw the mana for Eternal Witness. So I'm going to start with tapping down these. The only thing relevant here I can draw is Fire and Ice. I'm going to swing in for 8. Now if I just draw the mana for Eternal Witness next turn, I think I just win. Well, that doesn't do it. Alright, we're going to play Crier here. We'll keep him on his toes. Do they have a removal spell now? Oh, Dig Through Time. Wow. Okay. Let's see if the top 7 cards of their library give them anything that can help them. It can probably give them at least 2 creatures. But being the spells they're running, they just might be a removal deck, and I guess we'll find out here in a minute. So they grabbed a land, or drew a land, or had a land. Oh my god, another Aethersnipe. Alright, what are you hitting here? Alright, back to the hand. So we do have outs in this deck. Top 2 cards. Alright. Alright, that... Is there anything we can actually... that we want to do? So I'm going to play out this Crier. Our opponent's down to 3. We're at a healthy 20. We'll just play this thing twice next turn. Hopefully we'll find something that's relevant. All my creatures do have trample. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be relevant, but it may. So our opponent passes the turn back. They did swing in for 3. This is risky for my opponent, I think. Unless they have another Aethersnipe. Okay, so they're going to get back Dig Through Time. Alright, Dig Through Time. is a go. So we're going to cast this thing twice. Alright, so we drew mana for Eternal Witness. They have just enough to survive. Because we can Eternal Witness grabbing Signet. Not Signal, but Repel. Actually, my creatures have Trample. Hey, remember that Trample thing I said might become relevant? Alright, let's cast Eternal Witness. I think we may have this here because he attacked last turn. Let's get back Repel. Yes, I'd like to have Repel. Let's cast Repel targeting these Aether Snipes. Does he have a counter spell? Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Madness is countering. Alright. Interesting. That's unfortunate. We're not out of this yet, but... no. Alright, so that was decent from our opponent. Our opponent did survive. They still have Dig Through time. And now they have a Think Twice. Our opponent's getting a little low on cards, but I don't think they care. Alright, what are they going to kill? Yep. That makes sense. Swing in for 3. So now we have Retrieval. I think we still have this game essentially. It's just a matter of what we have to put together to get there. So I want to retrieve this Repel. I want to play the Plains. Do I want to... So if I retrieve the Fire and Ice... Maybe that was our out. Maybe I was supposed to retrieve the Fire and Ice. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Yeah, that may have been my mess up there, guys. So I'm going to pass the turn. We still have the potential of Fire and Icing, retrieving Fire and Ice, and then Fire and Icing our opponent. The only thing that actually requires from us is a blue mana source. Because we can play Fire, Archaeomancer, the Fire and Ice, and then cast Fire again. And then our opponent's only out then is having a counter spell. We have our opponent. As far as like the board state goes, I don't think we're losing. I don't think there's any card that they can have that'll... Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put any number into the graveyard. Interesting. So it seems like our opponent's digging for something. Okay, so we have to win next turn. We have to draw an island. That wasn't an island. It's a little rough. So we're at 14. We have 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our opponent hits us for 8, 9, 10, 11, exactly 14. But we have repel and thing. So I think I'm going to cast repel next turn. I don't want to risk it. I have to have another blocker down, I think. My concern is him having a removal spell for something, and then he can just swing in for lethal. But I guess if we tap down 2 things, he can't. I want to cast Thing or Think Twice. So Think Twice, repel, draw 2 cards. Alright, I'm going to pass the turn. Because, like I said before, our out right now is Fire and Ice into Archaeomancer into Fire and Ice. And I think with repel and Think, we can find a blue source. I hope. If we don't, we probably just lose. And that's really unfortunate for us. Because we fought through a lot to get here. And there may have been some misplay I didn't notice before, but we'll see. Our opponent plays a swamp. Oh my goodness, another Aether Snipe. This is atrocious for us. What do they blink though? Probably a token. The Kitchen Finks, okay. Begin combat. So we want to tap down 2 Aether Snipes. And hopefully our opponent doesn't have... Okay, there's our blue source, so we win next turn if we survive this combat. Do we survive this combat? That's the question. Alright, so our opponent didn't do the math here. We're actually not dead. Oh, maybe we are. I can't block that. Shriekmaw has fear. That's different. Six, 10, 13. 6, 9, 10, 13. Alright, did we win? I think we go down the 1 here. Oh. Oh my goodness, no. No. Oh my gosh. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. Ah, that's unfortunate. We just couldn't find that blue source. Alright, into the sideboard. I don't know how we're going to win this, guys. Is this a matchup I want Conflagrate? Probably not. You guys probably think I'm an idiot every time I say that. Oh my gosh. What a terrible way to lose. Yeah, we're just going to keep this the way we have it. Oh my goodness. I thought I was going to get it. I had so much hope I was going to win. We had a game plan. We were getting to our game plan. And the worst part was we found the island. So if I would have just played the Drake, we could have won. Not the Drake, the Skywing Avenger. Aven, not Avenger. Oh my goodness. So they had the removal spell I was worried about. And they went down. They made me go down to 13. And the Shrink Maw has Fear that I forgot about. Those were the 3 things I missed. But we're here to learn, and that's what we're going to keep doing. And we're here to have fun. And so far, I've had a great time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I think I clicked Submit Deck a while ago, but maybe I didn't. I guess I didn't. I would like to play first. I want to keep this hand. Not the best hand in the world, but it's got 3 of our 4 colors. And 2 forests, so we can cast Eternal Witness. Perfectly fine. Like I was saying though, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching my videos. If you would like to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button underneath and follow our channel, hopefully I can continue to bring you guys more great videos. If you're having a good time, please go ahead and hit that button. We're going to play Plans here. And I apologize, I'm really bad at promoting. So, if I seem to just keep repeating phrases, it's probably because I'm a bad advertiser. Don't hire me for sales. Alright, they have a assistant. We have a think. So we're going to think about their assistant. Alright, so now we have 2 blue. We have 2 repels. We have 2 forests. We're going to play this Kitchen Finks. And we're going to start getting aggressive. This Angelic Renewal is actually pretty fun because we can technically cast our Kitchen Finks 5 times. So it dies once, comes back. Renewal brings it back. I guess 4 times it can come back from the grave, which is pretty fun. And we just have all our colors, which is great. We don't have double white yet, but we'll find it. Alright, so I'm going to attack with Kitchen Finks. They take 3. Down to 17. And now they're casting something. Forbidden Alchemy. So they look at the top 4 cards of their library, put 1 in their hand, and the rest in their graveyard. They must have found something decent. I feel like they're definitely a mill deck here. Shriek Maw. Okay. Wonder if they know I can choose no for that. Alright, there's our double weight source. So we have all the mana we need. Alright, I'm going to swing in. Can't be blocked except by artifact or black creatures. Alright. So our opponent is playing something. Another assistant. I think I just want to tap these, I guess. I guess not. I can think twice. Sure. So we take 3. Create a 2/2, then sack a creature. It's a pretty good card. Ooh, we drew our Urban Evolution. We are definitely going to cast Urban Evolution here. Actually, Signet might just be better. And then next turn we can cast Evolution. These cards are just really good. So now I need to find a way for them to kill my Kitchen Finks. Think twice, possibly. Dig Through Time. They have 7 cards in their graveyard. There's no way this isn't Dig Through Time. Yep. So we have the Signet and Angelic combo, where basically our stuff doesn't necessarily die as long as we have mana open, which we have plenty of. Next turn I'm going to cast this Urban Evolution and hopefully find something more relevant. Our opponent's digging through their deck pretty deep. They probably found something for this Kitchen Finks. Yeah, like an Aethersnipe. And that's fine. We can gain some life off it. And then hopefully we're able to block the Aethersnipe. Alright, so I'm going to play the Kitchen Finks. Gain some life, go back up to 18, and then I think I want to keep Repel up. I'm going to play a little faster also. My plays have been a little slow. So now we're at 11 minutes, and I don't want to... Alright, so I'm going to Repel the Darkness. And then I'm going to draw some cards. What I'd really like to find here is Fire and Ice. Can't be blocked. So if you have a black or green permanent, you can play it from your graveyard. Alright, so our opponent has a lot of cards. Something we don't have the luxury of. Alright, I'm going to just play it. So Urban Evolution. We need to find something more relevant. Of course, we draw Eternal Witness. Now the question is, do I just play Crier or do I hold up this Repel? I think it just has to be Crier. And then we can play another land, so we'll play this Plains. And we'll pass the turn. And if he has a removal spell for Crier, I don't know how we're going to get out of this one. One thing that's nice, though, is I can Eternal Witness. Maybe I should have brought in that Laboratory Maniac. So next turn I can Eternal Witness, play Urban Evolution, play 2 lands, and still use Crier. Can't block and can't be blocked. Alright, so our opponent's playing a little more conservatively. And we need to change that. Deals 2 damage to each creature with flying without flying. And as flashback. That's not good for us. Hopefully this isn't something to deal with Crier. But it probably is. Treasure Cruise in addition to Dig Through Time. Alright, this is just sad. Alright, so I'm going to play Eternal Witness. The question is, do I even want Evolutionary Leap or do I want Repel? I guess I want Leap. Alright, play Leap. And then... Alright, we'll see. How this goes from here. We're not in a good spot, as you guys probably noticed. We have all this utility and just nowhere to put it. Our opponent only has 9 cards in hand. I don't know if that's going to matter, but it could. Alright, opponent, what do you got for us? I didn't tap anything. Ugh, that's rough. Alright, down to 4. We have to find a Fire and Ice. I'm very surprised we haven't found one. I'm going to discard this island. Alright, turn isn't good. Turn's not bad, but it's not good. Not good. So we're going to play out this champion. We'll hold Containment Priest up for no reason. We might actually discard our Containment Priest because Containment Priest just shuts down. Maybe I should be attacking with this Kitchen Finks every turn, but we'll see. Alright, so we're going to repel. Repel these. Alright, and there's our fire, which is good. So we're going to fire here. Targeting here and here. And they might discard to try and get back their flyer. Yep. So the river still takes 1. They cast the flyer. They cast another Prowler. Oh, they can cast it from their graveyard. Yeah. And it wasn't cast. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, you may cast it from your graveyard. Okay. That's unfortunate. Alright, so I'm going to discard this Containment Priest. An island is not what we're looking for. Play Archaeomancer, get back. What do I get back here? I guess I could get back the Repel. Do I need to be swinging here? So they block here. I don't know. I have the ground covered. I'm going to swing, I guess. Because the thing is, I can just get these back. Well, I can get one of them back. I actually probably tapped my mana wrong. I definitely tapped my mana wrong. Sure. I don't think I want this champion back. It kind of sucks. No. Champion's down. Sorry for any champion fans out there. Alright, so now I have Darkness to repel. So that can't be blocked and can't be blocked. And it's only if you control black or a green permanent. I guess river. Alright, now I have a Skyhaven to block. So we're not completely dead yet. We're not surviving very well either. But we're not dead. Are you serious? I guess we are dead, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate all of my followers, all of my subscribers, all of my likers. Have a great day, guys, and thanks for tuning in to my Ultimate Masters draft where we just 1-2'd.